This podcast is brought to you by PRO549. Hello and welcome to our podcast about building empowered youth, or known as B Youth in Malaysia. I am Dijanas, your host today. In this podcast, we'll be discussing how to build empowered youth in Malaysia and the impact it can have on society. With us today, we have special guests who are passionate about this topic and he have extensive experience in youth empowerment initiative. Welcome our guest today, Ahmad Muzammel.
Hi DJ Nas, thank you for having me.
You are welcome, Muzammel. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your experience in this field?
So first of all, hello everyone, my name is Ahmad Muzammel Akib, or you can just call me Muzammel, and I'm currently a Part 5 student in UiTM Alor Gajah, and I'm currently pursuing my bachelor's degree in public relations. I've actually always been active in volunteerism field, especially anything related to enforcing and uplifting the youth in the community. Thus, I'm very honored to be invited by you, DJ Nars, for this session. I sure hope, if anything, my experiences could encourage more people to empower the youth and contribute to a greater generation.
Thank you, Muzammel. Back to our topic. Building empowered youth, or B Youth in Malaysia, are relatable with the one of Sustainable Development Goals (SDG), which number 10, reducing inequalities, that aims to create a fairer and a more equal society for all. Youth in Malaysia face a range of inequalities related to their education, employment, and social participation, and so on. These inequalities are often rooted in factors such as socioeconomic status, ethnicity, gender, and geographic location. So Muzammel, can you start by telling us more about youth empowerment in Malaysia and why youth empowerment is important?
Yes, of course. Youth empowerment is a multi-dimensional concept that encompasses various aspects such as economic, social, and political empowerment. In Malaysia, some of the key factors that contribute to youth empowerment include education, access to technology, and social networks. Malaysia has a very young population, with about 40% of the population being under the age of 25. However, many young people face challenges such as lack of access to education and job opportunities, social stigma, and limited opportunities for civic engagement. Empowering young people is important because they are the future of our country and have the potential to create positive change in their own communities.
That is a great point, Muzammel. So, how do you think we can build empowered youth in Malaysia?
In this matter, I do believe that there are several key elements that are necessary for building empowered youth in Malaysia. The first is education. It's important that we provide our young people with access to quality education, regardless of their socio-economic background. This will equip them with the knowledge and skills they need to succeed in life. For instance, education plays a crucial role in empowering the youth, as it provides them with the knowledge, skills, and opportunities they need to succeed in their own life. If we are referring to World Bank, in Malaysia itself, the government has invested heavily in education. And as a result, our country has a high literacy rate of 96.1%.
I completely agree with you, Muzammel. Education is a foundation for building empowered youth in Malaysia. However, we also need to focus on building their confidence and resilience. Many young people face a lot of challenge in their life, and it is important that they feel empowered to overcome this challenge.
Yes, that's correct. Moreover, access to technology has also played a significant role in empowering youth in Malaysia. According to a recent report by the Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission (MCMC) in 2020, the country has a mobile penetration rate of 130.7%, which means that most Malaysians have access to the internet and other digital technologies. In addition, social networks also play a crucial role in youth empowerment as they provide young people with opportunities to connect with others, sharing ideas, and collaborate on projects. In Malaysia, there are various youth organizations and clubs that provide such opportunities for young people.
That's an excellent point, Muzamel. It is important to focus on building empowered youth in Malaysia. And could you share the several challenges that young people in Malaysia face today?
Of course, there are several challenges that hinder youth empowerment in Malaysia. One of the biggest challenges that I have seen is the lack of job opportunities. Despite the high level of education among youth in Malaysia, many of them still struggle to find decent jobs that match their qualification. Moreover, there is also a lack of political representation among youth in Malaysia. While young people make up a significant portion of the population, they are often underrepresented in decision-making processes and are not given enough opportunities or credit to voice their own opinions. Finally, there is a lack of funding and support for youth initiatives and projects. Many young people have great ideas and they are eager to make a positive impact in their communities, but they often lack the resources and support they need to turn their ideas into reality. There are also issues of mental health and well-being, which is becoming increasingly important in today's fast-paced and stressful world.
Those are definitely some significant challenge. So Muzamel, what are the ways to overcome this challenge and promote youth empowerment in Malaysia?
There are several steps that can be taken to promote youth empowerment in Malaysia. First and foremost, the government needs to create more job opportunities for young people and ensure that they are fairly compensated for their work. This can be done by investing in industries that are likely to create more jobs for young people, such as the digital economy. Secondly, there needs to be more political representation for youth in Malaysia. This can be done by creating more opportunities for young people to participate in decision-making process and giving them a voice, giving them a chance to voice their important issues that affect their lives. Finally, there needs to be more funding and support for youth initiatives and projects. This can be done by providing grants and other forms of financial support to young people who have innovative ideas and are eager to make a positive impact in their communities.
Wow, that's great. I just wanted to add on a little bit which one another of the key ways to empower young people is through education and skill trainings. This can help them develop the necessary skills and knowledge to succeed in the job market. It is also important to provide mentorship and networking opportunities to help them build their professional network and learn from experienced professionals. Another way to empower young people is to promote mental health and well-being through education and awareness campaign. So Muzamel, can you share with us about any initiative that are currently being undertaken in Malaysia to empower young people?
Actually, there are many initiatives being implemented in Malaysia that focus on youth empowerment. For example, the Malaysian government has launched the National Youth Development Policy, which aims to provide young people with opportunities for education, employment, and leadership development. Also, there are youth leadership camps where young people can learn leadership skills and work on community projects. There are also entrepreneurship programs where young people can learn how to start and run their own businesses. And there are also mentorship programs where young people can be paired up with mentors who can guide and support them. These programs are often run by NGOs or community organizations.
There is a great and incredible perspective, Muzamel. Next, can you talk about the impact that empowered youth can have on Malaysian society.
Sure, empowering youth in Malaysian society can have significant impacts on the country's development and future. Here are some potential impacts. Firstly, based on the economic growth. Empowered youth can become drivers of economic growth in Malaysia by starting their businesses and creating job opportunities. With the right skills, knowledge, and resources, young people can contribute to the country's economic development and help reduce youth unemployment rates. Then, the other impact is social cohesion. Empowering youth can also promote social cohesion in Malaysian society that can help reduce social tensions and promote harmony in the country. Next, political engagement was also impactful to Malaysian society. Empowered youth are more likely to be politically engaged and active citizens that led to a more vibrant and participatory democracy in Malaysia. And lastly, empowering youth can also have a positive impacts on their mental health. When young people feel valued and supported, they are more likely to have a positive outlook on life and be resilient in the face of challenges. This can help reduce rates of depressions and anxiety among Malaysian youth.
There is a great to hear, Muzammel. Empowering youth in Malaysian society can have a wide-ranging impacts on the country's development and future. By investing in young people and giving them the resources and opportunities they need to succeed, Malaysia can create a more prosperous, cohesive, and democratic society. Last but not least, before we end our session, what advice would you give to other organizations or individuals who are interested and support in empowering youth in Malaysia?
My humble advice would be to start small and focus on making a difference in the lives of individual young people. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the scale of the challenges that young people face. But by focusing on one person at a time, we can make a real impact. Also, it's important to collaborate with other organizations and stakeholders to maximize our impact and reach. I would like to tell them to believe in themselves and their ability to make a difference. Don't be afraid to take risks and try new things. Seek out opportunities out there to learn and grow, and don't be afraid to ask for help or guidance when you need it. Most importantly, never give up on your dreams and keep pushing forward, even in the face of adversity.
Thank you so much, Muzammel, for sharing your insights on how to build empowered youth in Malaysia. It has been a pleasure having you on our podcast today. I wish you be the best in your efforts to empower young people in Malaysia.
Thank you also for having me. It was a pleasure to be here.
There is a fantastic point shared by the Muzammel. Empowered youth can have a significant impact on Malaysian society by driving economic growth, promoting social change, and fostering innovation that directly align with the Sustainable Development Goals SDG number 10, which are reducing inequalities. Building empowered youth in Malaysia involves creating opportunities for young people to develop the skills, knowledge, and confidence they need to succeed in their personal and professional life. This includes providing access to quality education and training, as well as ensuring equal opportunities for employment and social participation. To reduce inequalities and build empowered youth in Malaysia, it is important to address the root causes of these disparities. Other strategies may include promoting diversity and inclusion in all aspects of society, as well as empowering young people to become agents of change in their communities. By working together to address inequalities and build empowered youth, Malaysia can create a more just and equitable society for all. Thank you so much again to Muzammel for joining the podcast today and sharing your insight on building empowered youth in Malaysia. To conclude, reducing inequalities is crucial to building empowered youth in Malaysia. But by connecting with SDG number 10, we can create a more inclusive, diverse and equitable society that benefits to everyone. That is it for our podcast today. Thank you for listening. If you have any question or comments, please feel free to leave them below. We hope you guys found this discussion informative and inspiring. Do not forget to follow us for more updates and join us next time for another episode on Be Youth in Malaysia. Remember, empowered youth, empowered future. Bye!